did not come with the Alright guys, what's happening? Alan here again, back at the Gibson Garage YouTube channel. Today's going to be a simple but fun one, and we are back on the Magnum again for you Magnum lovers. The BBK Power Plus series, made in the USA. So big it swallows the other one, throttle body. So I did this for two reasons. One, because she's got a dead spot in her TPS, and two, because going bigger is better. And I've already got the K&N set up, so I've got the high flow going in, and I got the large diameter intake. Aww. You want to hold that? Hey guys, what's going on? So in the last video of the Magnum, you saw me putting on a new cylinder head after dropping a valve seat on cylinder 1. I had replaced the entire driver's side cylinder head and reassembled the top end, and it still had a miss. And because of time constraints or whatever, we kind of stopped the video there and just left it at that. It has been a while, but this is where we're at now. I'm looking for which cylinder is still missing, and we're going to see if we can find out what happened to this thing. Oh, that's the one.
Well,
here's the damaged one last time, right here, number 1. That one's working. Now it's cylinder 2. Okay. Shut it off. Oh no, that's not 2, that's 3. What'd you say?
150.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's actually a good sign. It means we could just have a bad coil, because the spark plug does not look like it's been fired on at all. But yeah, it won't focus. It has a hard time focusing up close. So I guess we'll switch coils and see if it still happens.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to prime it right now. Get fuel back in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still missing. It's not the coil. I switched coils with this guy with number 3 and 5, and we can tell now 5 still misses.
5 still misses?
Or still goes dead when I pull the starts to miss when I pull the thing. No change on number 3 still when I pull the thing. So it's got to be, what, a clogged fuel injector?
That could be it.
Right?
Yeah.
So now we need to get the node, something, and make sure we're getting a signal. Yeah, I can feel that one clicking. Hard to say. I can feel it clicking. Maybe it's clogged. The injector could still be clogged.
Maybe.
Okay, well, we'll look into that. Hang on. Okay, I'm going to go for a decision here and go for the injector. These are the plugs out of number 3, and when you compare it to, let me see if I can set it up for you. When you compare it to the plugs in cylinder 5, you can tell cylinder 5's been firing, cylinder 3 has not, confirming that 3's been dead, really, is all. I don't think it's the spark plugs, you know. A second reason for that is because I can sniff these and I smell a little bit of fuel. I sniff those and I smell nothing, just like hot air. So that's why I'm going to go for the injector. I'll take off the rail, which looks like we'll have to undo all these little guys, because I don't know what's going to come out with the rail, what injectors are going to stay and what injectors are going to go. Looks like the fuel rail will come out with these 2. That's it. I think that's all that holds the fuel rail in, are these 2 guys. You know, after thinking about it for a minute, I guess I'm not really surprised that one of these injectors did fail. Wasn't very nice to this intake manifold as far as cleaning, and I left the injectors and everything just kind of exposed the whole time. I had the head off, just left all this installed onto the intake, cleaned it with super clean and sprayed it with water. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised that one of these injectors did decide to fail. I got a heavy duty line right here. That might not need to come off. Okay, yeah, they should pop out of the manifold. Oh yeah. Still has some pressure. This is the injector here. Here's the locks. I'm gonna push them out backwards. Yeah, this is gonna get fuel everywhere, I think. We're okay. No sparks. No sparks.
What happened?
There's just fuel all over the place. No big deal.
Did you get sprayed?
Just my hands. I'm fine.
Oh.
Just saying, literally.
Oh, is that sweat?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought you got like sprayed in the face with gas.
Back together. I did switch spark plugs. I thought, you know, why not? Obviously, I've got all 4 out. Switch them just to eliminate it. Let's see what happens. I lost my help, so I gotta hold my own camera now. Obviously, I still haven't driven the car long enough to reset any monitors. Oh my God. The tick just went away. Did you guys all just hear that? And we're firing on all 8. I cleaned the injector. Oh, I'm so excited right now. Listen to that bad boy purr. Clean the injector. I should probably clean all the injectors now. Oh man. I could not be more happy. Oh my God. So the tick must have just been from that one cylinder not being able to build up pressure. I guess it needed to start firing off before it built up pressure. I don't know, but the tick instantly, almost instantly went away. Oh man. Yes! Yes! My wife's gonna be super stoked. Super stoked. Which means I don't have to buy another head. There's no more stupid tick. Oh my God. Whoa. That bird tried to get me. Did you see that? Now we can move on to bigger and better things, guys. Oh man. This might have turned out to be a short video. I'm not sure. I think I was planning on having to tear apart the other side, honestly. But nope. Not this time. Oh man, listen to that guy. Oh, it sounds amazing. No more stupid Hemi tick that I had before. That means it must have been that valve. It must have been that valve the whole time. Obviously, that head and that valve. So, we got to check engine light on. She's got to drive it. No, that's probably not true at all. The light wouldn't be on if it needed to clear, so let me hook up my tool and see what it says. Oh, Jesus. Okay, still purring like a kitten. Got the tablet charged up, and I've checked for updates. There were no updates necessary. And no, I have not read the directions, and no, I don't really know how to use this any better still. So, let's go ahead, right? I mean, it makes sense. Missions readiness is a red. Let's see, can we scroll here? There's a misfire, cylinder 3. So that was correct. Let's see. Not complete. We still got to complete some drive cycles. So, yeah, I still haven't driven this thing at all since the last time I plugged this guy in. Pending trouble code is the misfire. Stored trouble code, a 303 and a 308. See, ignition coil 3, secondary circuit insufficient. Ionization. Okay, so in a nutshell, it's just because of the misfires why the check engine light's on, and we knew that from the beginning, and since I think I fixed it, I don't know. It's not completely dead like it was, but it seems like every once in a while I might be getting a stutter. And that could be any one of the other injectors. They were, I mean, if I messed one up, I could have partially clogged some other ones up. E-cal. Does this mean I need to calibrate it? Is that... But I think that's really going to do it. I think I'm happy with the results. Obviously the engine is running, right? Yeah, that's a new sound. The Mishimoto breather oil catch can makes now. But let's see. But yeah, I'm happy with it. So we're gonna let the old wife, we're gonna let the old lady or the wife drive it around a little bit and try to get some miles on it. And well, there she is right there. She's probably excited a little. She's gonna get to drive the car around. We'll wait for the rest of those monitors to reset, and we'll see if that check engine light, that misfire, turns itself off. So it's pretty simple in my case. I'm just going to need an 8mm wrench for the hose clamps and for the main bolts. And this is the 5.7 Hemi for all of you who are new or are just wondering. And the throttle body I got is a 90mm. Here's the part number here. And wait till you see the other one when I pull it out. Loosen this. Red switch goes back. Maybe. Yeah. Why are you stuck? Oh, it wasn't stuck. It was the right way. I never put it back from when I put it together. See how that just falls off? It's like blah, 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 blah. Let's undo this. This clip is broke. Dang. But it still works. So we're just gonna set that guy there. I have that capped off, if you guys remember. That's warm. Eh?
I can still feel heat.
Yeah, it's heat soaking. It's okay. It's okay. Wait till I get the ceramic headers on there. It's going to help out a lot. Okay, so look at this. Well, yeah, we'll just leave that alone. Completely falls inside of it. So that's going to be awesome. And let's see, this is... Now we're going to have to stretch this boot to get it over. Just for give you an idea what the diameter is like compared to this guy. And I'm going to have to loosen that clamp up more. Okay. I'm gonna reuse the same gasket because it's still got plenty of meat hanging out. I feel like to seal up, so we're okay. So I've got this one for $50 off. If you guys take a look at this, I think this is why I got it $50 off. They called this a blemished one, and I'm guessing it must be because of that. Also because there's no damn stickers in it. They said it could have been pre-opened, it could be damaged, it could be scratched, you know. They didn't give an exact reason why, they just said it could be one of these things. So I'm guessing that's it. Didn't come out perfect. And BBK, if you're listening, I want my stickers, please. Now this should probably be torqued to something, but I don't know what it is. Oh, I can feel it bottom out though. Just gotta be gentle. Open this up. Oh yeah, that works good. Whew. She had to be opened wide open. Plug that guy in, super easy. Don't watch it not fit. Oh, okay, good. Phew. I'll lock it this time. Okay. Bam. Let's see this thing. Look at a little BBK stamp down there. On K&N 90 millimeters. I'm ready to hear her fire up, see if we can hear some mad intake sounds. That's a good sign that you heard it open and close, right? Okay, here it goes. Okay, what's not plugged in? Turn it on.
Oh, it just open. It's stuck open. And then here it shut.
Okay. Let's take that hose back off and so we can get our eyes on it as it's doing it. That was weak. That's not what it's supposed to do. No, it went right back closed. But it only like kind of half-assed flopped open. I'm going to try to hook up the scan tool and see if we can do a relearn procedure. Okay, let me just try to start it one more time. There was an accelerator position sensor code, so I put the old one back on for now, hooked everything up. We're going to see if it fires up, hopefully. Okay, there's the stock one.
Don't run me over. No. Well, you're not getting.
You're always trying to make bounds and
Like.
Let's see if it starts. Sounds the same as it always did to me and from in here, but fires right up. So it doesn't like that throttle body. Well, I gotta do a steering reset since I got it running. Well, I put it back together with the old stuff, and it fires right up. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if maybe something needs to be repinned. If there's anybody out there, though, let me know. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. Brand new BBK throttle body, 90 millimeter. I bought a blemished unit that was pre-opened and double taped. Brand new one, works okay, you know, it works. I plugged this one in, it doesn't work. I plugged that back in, it works again. Does something need to be repinned? Is this thing damaged? Should it just plug and play? Somebody help me out here. So right now we're seeing 0 on the throttle body and 100 on the pedal. And it did start, like I said, but it did not like it. Let's see if it'll do it again. I think I lost my pressure sensor. I had a check engine light for my pressure sensor. But yeah, here it's surging, and I got no pedal. Scary. But yeah. Alright, I got the old one back in for you guys with it all assembled because it's probably going to stay this way since the BBK throttle body's not working. See, it's reading at 17.3 and not 0. $17.3. Starts right up. Runs proper. They're running together. Both at 13.3. Tell me what's going on. Someone help me, please. Oh, and look. I got my pressure sensor back. That's super weird. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna call this guy and see what they have to say. Or these guys. Okay. So see, if it unplugs, the engine kind of free revs. Obviously, this line is pulling in a lot. But I think it's pulling. I don't know, it doesn't make sense. The old line went from here to here, it would be pulling just as hard. Maybe I'm actually pulling from 2 heads now instead of 1, so it shouldn't even be as severe, but you hear it drop the idle, and it drops my oil pressure to 8. Oh my god, that's not good. And now look what happens. Oil pressure went right back up. Yeah, so there's not like blow by at all. Well, my idle is a little crazy now. At least I've got oil pressure now, which is, it actually would be lower than that with the old PCV system hooked up. It would get as low as 22, but I'll take 26 to 28. Yeah, it's revving up and down. So I can't just leave those disconnected, obviously. Hey guys, what's going on? Alan here, Gibson Garage YouTube channel. Thanks for watching and following along. I've got an emergency situation today. It was just a check engine light. What are we so smoky for? I got a code 0522, P0522, and it turned out to be an oil pressure sensor circuit low. So, and then on the dash you can switch your parameters over to oil pressure, and it was reading like 8-9 psi. Wasn't good. So then I started looking around here and realized, I don't know what made me think of it, because every time we turn off the car, actually, you can hear a little psoo, and you might have heard that in some other videos, actually. I know it's been on there. But as soon as I unplugged and relieved some of the vacuum coming from, you know, this inlet here, pulling from the can, and it's pulling from both heads right there. Oh, there it is. I'm trying to look through the camera. It's pulling from both heads, from right there and from right here. I got it looped around into a T, and then it pulls vacuum out of both heads through this filter. Not that there's a restriction here, because with the car running and then I unplugged this, right, this has got a huge suction, an insane amount of suction. But then the idle, it idled right up, and oil pressure went right up. Idle does kind of fluctuate, I'll show you here in a minute. But yeah, the oil pressure is good and the idle was good. But where I'm confused is usually there's a piece. The other hose only goes from here to here. Maybe it needs to all circulate out of one head. Maybe this should be an inlet too. Well, not an inlet, but like just a filter. Maybe I should have just like a filter on here to kind of allow for an inlet for breathing. I don't know. Because if you got both heads just sucking, I can see now how that can be kind of a bad thing. Before, you have this head right here being sucked in on this side, and this head was being sucked in right here. This isn't under a crazy amount of suction compared to this one. Must always be under full suction, because this one's in front of the throttle blade, and maybe that's too much suction on the inside of the engine. I mean, it obviously is too much suction, because you unplug it and everything kind of mellows out. So how to remedy this? Obviously I can't have both sides hooked up anymore, because just unplugging this fixed it. So maybe I'll go get like just an adapter and splice that back together. This might not suck up a whole bunch of oily mess just because it's under a low vacuum most of the time. So I might have to put that back together the way it's supposed to be. I guess we'll just try that. We'll just put it the way Mishimoto meant it to be together. And then I don't see why you couldn't get a separate catch can now that I've thought about it. Maybe a separate catch can for this side, plugging into right here only. Two separate systems. I don't see why that wouldn't work. Okay, I got it back on the way Mishimoto intended it. Got just a temporary plug in there for now because I didn't have a straight piece. Testing purposes only. And then the other side I just hooked up like it's supposed to be into the intake. As far as putting a filter on that, I don't know. What do you guys think? Would it be alright to just put an inline filter, or should I go as far as a whole separate catch can, or do you think it'll even pull enough oil to worry about it? Should I just leave it that side as it is anyways? I have oil in the catch can, so I know that it's working. At least, you know, from the one head, I know it's working, and you know, instead of that going into your intake, it's going into that catch can. So like I said, I know it's working. I just hooked it up wrong, probably. Let's see what the oil pressure's like. See if my check engine light went away. She might have to drive it. The emissions readiness monitors, though, were all ready until this light came on today. It's weird that it would come on today. Well, this is the first time she's really driven around with it because the head's been blown. So that's normal, and actually it'll go down. Yeah, that's normal. I think it's trying to adjust from being under all that weird vacuum. Yeah, 23. That's as low as I'd ever seen it before. You know, before the head blowing, before the oil catch can. So we seem to be back to normal at least at 22, 23. And it's full temperature. She just drove it around. Go back up 23. Okay. So what's everybody else's oil pressures like on their stock Magnum? If, you know, nothing's been done to the bottom end. If you got the stock oil pump and you got the stock 5.7, not Magnum, but just 5.7 period. What are your idling oil pressures like? Because mine sits about 22, 23 psi. You know what I just thought? This probably is going into the head in this direction with so much suction on this side. It's probably pulling this filtered air in that way, and you know, as well as that way. So there might not be an oil issue at all for this side because airflow is in that direction, and that's why, you know, RPMs go up, this flow goes faster, allowing the goodness to happen.